Okay, so the first part of making our letter relief tile is to make the base and the additive. Our clay should be wet leather hard. We've already gotten to this stage. If you haven't, then go back to my video on how to do this. So it's a little bendy, but it's still not super floppy. So compress and smooth if you need to. So now I'm going to trim to size. So if you're in my class, I have these black shapes that you could just trim, and I use them as my straight edge. Just hold them in place and trim. This piece right here is going to be the base. And now I have my design. We've already made this in class, and I'm tracing my design. These are just the main elements, so for me that happens to be the border and the letter. So I'm using the wooden stylus to trace, so it's just lightly indenting the clay. You can use a lot of other tools, a pencil, a pen, something that isn't going to tear the paper but that will indent a little bit. I also did the, and then we're going to trace the same design on the second piece of clay. I'm only tracing the parts that will be raised up. So for me, again, those are the border and the letter. Now for this one, I'm going to cut out all the space around it. And the small parts might be easier with a craft blade. If you're in my class, you can see me and we can work with that. So you have to really think about like what is the popping out area and what's not. So I'm leaving the part that's going to pop out. So now I'm going back to that first piece, that base slab, and I'm scoring. So this is why we traced earlier. It tells us where to score. So I'm scoring where everything's going to go. And now I can trim the excess on the raised part. It doesn't have to be exact, but I want to leave some overhang or some overlap. And now I need to carefully flip it. It looks like I just kind of randomly did, but I did it carefully. And I need to score this as well. So just keep going, and then I need to add water and rescore. That's how I'm making my slip. Of course, if you have slip, you could do that. And then it's time to attach. So I need to, once again, carefully flip it over. I'm going to position it. And then I'm gently going to press it into place. So it's getting, adhered. And I want to, there we go, flip it over and trim away that excess. And notice I'm holding it down so that it doesn't shift around on me. So I'm not pressing really hard, but I'm just holding it in place. And then that's it. That is how I do the base and the relief. So I've created relief. Remember, that's a raised surface. And then in the next video, we'll go over how to smooth and detail it.